So, as you know, I am a streamer because you are either watching this during a stream or on YouTube where I post my stream videos. So this video is kind of about me, the streamer god complex theory. So this is about the popular streamers who are kind of, what's the word? Negative, bad, net negative human beings, or just entitled streamers. So I thought it'd be interesting to watch this and learn about the entitled streamers and see what the general consensus is about.
Out of all walks of life on the World Wide Web, YouTubers, TikTokers, Twitter warriors, Twitch streamers have to be the most entitled, spoiled brats on the entire internet. This is something that I like to call the streamer god complex theory. Now, this is a conclusion I very carefully crafted over the past few months based on very credible information I found on twitter.com. So today, I wanted to take a look at some of the most narcissistic.
So this guy, I feel like it has nothing to do with whether he's streaming or not. This guy is 100% a bad person. So I feel like no matter what he does, he's still a bad person. So I don't know how relevant it is, but his story is interesting. If you
some
look
of which
into
we could have already suspected.
This guy, same. This guy I have a little bit more empathy for because he got famous when he's like 10 years old for like harassing people kind of. And then like now the more he would harass people, the more money and fame he would get. So he kind of grew up while being rewarded for doing bad things. So now it's kind of led him into this like adulthood where he's sort of starting to realize that he's actually like a bad person.
And others you may have never expected.
And this guy I don't know that much about apart from he went to Street League. So I'm interested to learn more about him. I didn't know people dislike this guy. The other two everyone hates. I didn't know people hate this guy.
Streamers on the internet, some of which we could have already suspected, and others you may have never expected to be on this list. So in that case, let's get started with Lacy. Lacy's become one of the most popular streamers on Twitch over the past year or so, and surprisingly, just the other day would sign with live streaming platform Kick to multi-stream over on their platform. Now, despite the stream starting off pretty well and chat being active for the most part, over time it would become apparent that Lacy's viewers would begin to dwindle. The chat would turn into basically bot promos, and the only people actually talking were mods, which is strange because he still had over 7,000 views.
Yeah, see, they say he's botting. Should I bot right now, guys? We got 72 viewers. Should I juice it up to 500? Get higher discovery
viewers throughout the whole stream. Botting the entire time, I think yes. But this is where the god concept of Lacy really began, as Lacy would go live the day after his very first Kick stream and state this:
I have decided that I'm not going to be multi-streaming on Kick anymore. I told you guys it was an experiment that I wanted to test out to see if it was worth it, if I liked it. And to be honest, it felt like I was separated from two chats. That's number one. And number two, being completely honest and upfront with you guys, the money is not good enough. It was not good enough.
Now, honestly,
yeah, Billy, I did get botted that one time with Easy. It was like a few days of that, where it was like between like 400 and 800. And then I did a raid, and the raid was just our normal viewership. So it was like super obvious that it was bots. But yeah, I talked a little bit about this Lacy quote on stream. Honestly, what I think it is I think he just says out of context things and posts them to get attention. Like that's a strategy streamers do, is they'll say like they call it like rage bait too. So saying only making $1,500, obviously an insane amount of money. If he did that every single day, he would make $700,000 a year. And like this is only an additional 1.5 for just clicking a button, right? But what the consensus was that he was just saying that to like make people angry.
It'd be great if Lacy had just left it at this, just outright saying, hey, the pay wasn't good enough and that he didn't like having to go back and forth on both chats. But of course, he had to specify the exact amount of money that he made. Spoiler, it was a fuck ton, just making himself seem even more entitled than he already was.
I streamed for 9 hours yesterday and I made $1,500 off of it, or $1,700. So if I'm being completely upfront and honest, the money's not worth having to, co-stream on two platforms.
Him saying the amount of money he made in the first place just makes it even more likely that he was just trying to flex to his audience and not doing his initial goal of justifying why he decided to leave Kick. You literally press go live. $1,500 without even realizing it. I'm not trying to dispute that the amount of money he made from Kick was worth him staying on the platform or not. I'm just stating that the fact that he had to mention number values of exactly how much he made, knowing that people are going to get mad at him about it on Twitter, is enough evidence to prove that the only reason reason he said the amount he passed up on was because he was trying to flex to his viewers. $1,500 a day times 30 days is $45K, and in 12 months, that's $540,000. Fuck you mean not good enough? Are you retarded? That is crazy. If Lacy streamed every day, he's literally passing up 500 bans. So many people would literally kill to have that amount of money. Lacy is literally just passing it up because he doesn't want to click a little go live button. I've seen a bunch of people also say that this might have just been a one-off thing, and Lacy wasn't actually trying to flex to his audience. Although a similar situation to this has also happened.
So like what I could argue is if he's a really popular streamer, right? So when you are making like millions of dollars, you do have to make decisions that are more like long-term oriented rather than like short-term gain. So just saying, yeah, multi-stream, short-term gain. You could argue that like him saying, like, obviously the way he says it is terrible and like bad bedside manner or whatever, but like there could be legitimacy. He could say, I don't want to split my audience, I don't want to do this, I don't want to do that. It makes sense to stay on Twitch. Like he could for sure say that, but then I guess the criticism is more the way he said it.
In the past, where Lacy would bring up that his payments on Twitch went from $10,000 to $2,000, complaining and making a stupid joke.
Yeah, I'm not getting ad revenue. I'm not getting the correct ad revenue. My ad revenue went from $10,000 plus at some points per day to now like $2,000 a day.
Per day? I think this was rage bait
If
too.
I want to make $2,000 a day, I'll go be a fucking mailman.
I don't know
Yeah,
if
I
it's just me,
remember
but
that.
if I was making 2 bands a day, I'd be fucking ecstatic.
Shout out to the mailman,
And I don't know what world
making that
Lacy's
2K
living
a
in where
day.
mailmen make $2,000 a day. Maybe he got USD mixed up with fucking Zelda rupees. But wherever it is, shit, let me go. I'll be a mailman.
I feel like that
I'm
was just
almost 100%
obvious,
positive
like,
that Lacy
rage
was
bait.
joking in this situation. But if he wasn't, how out of touch do you have to be to think that a mailman makes 2K a day? Matter of fact, I can verify that the upper echelon makes about $150 a day. That is over 10 times less than what Lacy was saying. But regardless, both these situations would make many known streamers talk about Lacy, and the true reason why he decided to leave Kick became more apparent than ever. It wasn't at all because of money, it was actually because of this.
I saw Lacy quit as well, which I didn't understand. Dude complained about making $1,700 in what, 4 hours, 9 hours, whatever. Like, dude, what? You are multi-streaming. It's no effort. There is no extra thing that you have to.
Damn, this guy blurred out his thing. See, I feel like that's kind of weird. Look, he credited him here, but then he blurred out his Kick handle. Why didn't you just leave the handle? That's kind of weird, I feel like. Also, not too long ago, I would get banned on Twitch for showing Ice Poseidon because he's a banned streamer.
To do.
Will I watch the jail stream? Yeah, maybe, I guess. I'm not like that interested in it though, to be honest.
It's no effort. There is no extra thing that you have to do. And then he complained about it. But I know what the answer to that is. These guys are young, so they're very scared of like what the viewers think. Like they care a lot about validation, and if the viewers are like, fuck Kick, then they're gonna be like, oh no, I gotta talk down on Kick before the fucking viewers hate me. You know what I mean? But it's dumb because it's free money. It's really like his reason for saying he wasn't getting paid enough. I don't buy it.
On top of not getting paid,
Ice Poseidon's interesting because I would say he's someone who really doesn't care about his audience that much, and like he did like some kind of crypto rug pull thing against his audience, and then they said, yo, why did you do this? And he just goes, I just wanted the money. He like outright admitted that it was like a scam and that he just wanted the money, and then he goes, yeah, watch or don't, like F you. So I would take his opinion with a little bit of a grain of salt because that's kind of how he treats his audience. But you do have to acknowledge that this guy like pretty much pioneered IRL streaming, so you have to credit him for
Like
that too.
his reason for saying he wasn't getting paid enough, I don't buy it.
On top of not getting paid enough, he probably also saw the amount of bots that were flooding his stream, and the fact that it got to a point where literally nobody was talking in his Kick chat. Like the fact that he has a god complex, constantly flexing his money to his viewers, buying extravagant designer bullshit. Complex, constantly flexing his money to his viewers.
How much does that cost? How much does that cost? Balenciaga wallet, like bro, that's pure waste right there. Like, who cares? It's just a stupid wallet.
Extravagant designer bullshit, $6,000 beds, and the list goes on. It's not the fact that he buys expensive things, it's the fact that he is constantly talking about the amount of money he spends on these things live on stream to his tens of thousands of viewers. Matter of fact, another person that falls into this trap perfectly is Jack Doherty. Now, while Jack likes to indulge himself in expensive cars, houses, and clothes, he lets the money get to his head more than any other creator. He'll go out and basically be a public nuisance, bugging random people on the street, starting fights, just because he feels like he's invincible and nothing can happen to him.
He was probably one of the most popular people doing this, like harassing people, but what he would do it in the worst possible way is that he would have a huge security guard that he pays, and he would go basically start fights with people, or just like egg them on, and then hide behind the security guard. Like, literally, like, so pathetic, you know? Yeah, is this the security? Yeah, see? Boom.
Jack will literally buy a bodyguard, not only to flex,
playful,
but also so he can do
like
whatever he wants to random people on the streets, insult them, shoot water guns at them, literally borderline fucking harass them, and he will serve no repercussions for it. His bodyguard will hop in like his knight in shining armor and hold his hand through any situation that he gets himself in. Now, a couple months ago, Jack would get robbed on Rodeo Drive, and people would begin commenting online that Jack needs to fire his bodyguard, as bro literally let Jack get robbed in broad fucking daylight, especially Lil Baby, who would confront Jack in public about it.
What's good, bro? I know. Oh, you got robbed for real? You got robbed for real? I still got the same security. I know. Fuck. Oh.
Now, Jack Doherty has apparently known Lil
thing.
Baby for quite some time. He hired him for $200,000 at his birthday party, and they've had multiple interactions online and also in public. But this is where the situation gets even more goofy, as Jack would see Lil Baby performing live at the club and decided to go up to him, in which what Lil Baby would decide to do, no one fucking suspected. Brother actually yoinked Jack's chain. History once again repeated itself. Jack would get robbed of his chains once again, this time by Lil Baby himself.
I mean, it's kind of funny. He's doing that to like emasculate him. Say like, oh, you got robbed once? Yeah, that you suck. Let me show you how easy it is to rob
obviously,
you.
Jack wasn't gonna let that slide. He had to go confront Lil Baby.
Tell him, like, he has my chain, bro. He has my chain. He has my chain, bro.
Baby.
Yo.
Come on.
Bro, he thinks... Come on, bro.
Holy shit, Muffet is so proud of himself. Look at that
Shit's fake.
smile.
I mean, yeah, obviously, like I would say there's a very high chance that it's like fake. They just coordinated it. But still, if he did it legit, respect
on
him.
his face.
I need my chain, bro.
I don't know anything about Dub Baby though.
Bro,
Apart
I
from
need
bad
my chain,
names.
bro.
Dub Baby is not a good name.
Bro,
Or
I
is it
need
Little
that
Baby?
chain, dog. No, bro, I need it right now, dog. Bro, we're not doing... No, bro, you're not taking that, bro. What? All right, bro, it's on camera. Like, wait. Like, what? He thinks he can take my chain and get away with this. Hilarious.
I'm gonna be honest, I
Yeah, that
genuinely
seemed
think
fake.
this is the first actual real Jack Doherty crash out. Like we all know, basically all Jack Doherty crash outs are fake or scripted to some degree, but in this clip, he actually looked frantic and stressed. Although, of course, Lil Baby couldn't actually fully steal Jack Doherty's chain, so obviously he would invite Jack over, give it to him, and make their little f***ing video about it.
All right, guys, Lil Baby's giving me back my chain, right?
Nope, I'll keep it in. Keep it in, motherfucker.
Yeah, it was just like a collab, I guess.
Tell you, Lil Baby.
You know what's even sadder is he paid him $200,000 to sing at his house or whatever. He probably paid him to come in on the conspiracy to steal his chain for the sick collab. Maybe not
I
though.
feel like
Who
Lil
knows?
Baby is only being nice to Jack because he knows Jack's a suck up for him and he can hit a quick lick of like 200 bands whenever he wants. I honestly think that if not for one other person, Jack would be the biggest narcissist in streaming. And that other person is none other than Johnny Somali. Now, I'm sure
But this guy's not even really in streaming. He just would stream to barely any viewers, commit all these crimes, and now he's going to jail for a long time.
we're all familiar with this insufferable douchebag. But
Look
if you
into
somehow
it if you
don't
haven't
know who
seen
he
about him.
is, he essentially terrorized South Korea for what felt like weeks for the simple reason of money and clout.
Your father was right to say you should never have kids. Your father was right. Your father was right.
Shut up,
Like, Johnny's insufferable to the point where he has to go out of his way to do these things. Especially, like, whenever he went to a memorial sign of some sort and began doing a bunch of very provocative dances on it. I don't know what the thought process was here, but I think it was some pretty low IQ shit. Or whenever he'd go live at 3 a.m. 4 hours before his court case and get absolutely blasted drunk.
I'm giving y'all the first viral moment tonight.
This is the night before court.
Yeah, I'm not gonna play this audio, but he just absolutely vomits everywhere.
Oh my god, I threw up everything, nigga. Y'all wanna see this shit?
No, I'm good. I don't want to see it. I can't. No. Johnny actually thinks that because he has 10,000 viewers on Party, he's for some reason allowed to go terrorize an entire country.
He definitely does not have 10,000 viewers on Party.
Korean civilians would not like that Johnny was doing this type of stuff in their country, and some of them would actually jump him live on stream.
Yeah, they kept attacking him, and one time he was in hospital from getting attacked, and he was out the front of the hospital and got attacked again, like literally spawn killed. It's pretty crazy. It's escalated so far. The whole saga.
Now, Johnny would end up getting arrested from these antics, and after numerous court cases for numerous different reasons, it was announced that he would be facing upwards of 31 years in prison in South Korea. But anyways, in my opinion, these are some entitled streamers that I wanted to bring up. Do be sure to share any opinion you have on this situation in the comments down below, and I'll see you all in the next one. Peace.
Yeah, that was an interesting video. Nice little video essay about streamers. I don't know. Let me know in the comments of this. Should I watch more videos like this? Should I try to expand my reach outside of not just strictly skateboarding stuff? But let me know. But shout out to this guy for the fun vid.